Welcome back to the newest episode of 123 CABO. It's your boy Zeke, man, Fat Boy Season. We're here, this the Tampa Bay Bucks edition. Tampa Bay, that's what Skip Bayless call him, man. We're here with a very special guest, my boy Quentin. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the world.
Going on, world? It's your boy Quentin, aka Big Griff, aka QG70, aka it's me.
Yes, sir. Man, we out here, dog. Like I was telling you before, man, you really was like the only Tampa Bay fan that I knew. You named a few other people, but like I didn't know they were Tampa Bay fans. Especially pre Tom Brady Tampa fans. I feel like it's not many of those because people travel where the players go most of the time. But I know that you are just Tampa Bay up and down, man. So how did you become a Tampa Bay fan?
Well, with me, I like the U, of course, and I was a big Warren Sapp fan. And when he got drafted to Tampa Bay, that's when I became a Tampa Bay fan. Just stuck with him through thick and thin, and I've been rocking with him since.
Big facts, man. Man, shout out to the U. I'm a U fan as well. You gonna say hey, or you just gonna stay in
Hey.
Say hey. Hey. All right, bye. Go watch the shows. I'm a big U fan as well, man. You know, we've had some down years over the past 15 years, but it's all right, man. I think we got a new regime coming in. Hopefully, we can finally turn over a new leaf and make a run at some really good players. But just to get right into it, man, Tampa Bay won the NFC South. Although they still can't beat the Saints for whatever reason. I don't know.
I just don't get it, man.
I don't understand, man. And then made it to the playoffs, put the beat down on the Philadelphia Eagles, and then you followed up with a loss to the Rams, who of course are now in the Super Bowl. So how did you feel about y'all season? You feel like did y'all underachieve or overachieve because there's a lot of injuries and a lot of turmoil?
Well, I knew going into the season, like if our secondary couldn't hold it together, we weren't gonna make it far. So when we lost that game to the Rams, it was kind of expected, but of course I wanted them to go all the way. But like that's always been our Achilles heel. Like our secondary can they always get beat, somebody always hurt, and it's just when I saw that they didn't fix the issue before the trade deadline, I was like, okay, we're just gonna make it as far as they take us, and then the blown coverages, and that was it.
Facts, man, because for a little time there, y'all was trotting out Richard Sherman, and he's past his prime. I don't care if you come with the sweet number or not; it ain't the same. So I understand that. And then obviously you had the AB situation. What's your take on Antonio Brown and what he was for your team?
I mean, he was a big spark for us. I feel as if even though our secondary let us down, if we had him for that game, it wouldn't have been close because he was a big playmaker. He put the spark in the offense, and when he did what he did, I was like, it's really going to depend on the secondary now. Like he was a big help. Like he was that down the field weapon we needed. He opened up everything else for everybody, and it was tough to see him go. But it comes a point where like you just gotta cut your losses. You gotta move on because it's like so much you can take. Like I understand the messages about his foot and them wanting to play, but I mean it was a better way to handle it. I mean you could have just sat on the sideline, not did all that and not played. But yeah, man. And now I don't know. I guess he's a rapper now, apparently. So
it's a pit in the palace. Hey, no facts though. So yeah, I'm definitely an Antonio Brown fan, man. Although he did cost me a fantasy football championship. I lost by 10. I played Jamar Chase, 50 something, 60 points, ridiculous. So I needed all the points that I could have got from Antonio Brown. So I'm a little salty there. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, especially like you said, after Godwin got hurt, to lose basically two number one type receivers. Y'all kind of were dealing with a short hand, and then even like some of your backups, like what's his name, like Cyril Grayson or whatever his name is, he was hurt. Scotty Miller was just coming back. He wasn't really, back to full speed. So
got bit by the injury bug.
Man. That's why they always talk about how winning the championship is, of course you need the talent and the skill, but then you need some of that luck too. Because last year y'all were pretty much healthy for the most part, And then, Tom Brady did his thing. The defense turned it up in the playoffs for sure. But speaking of Tom Brady, Tom retired. So y'all are kind of back in the QB limbo, like what it seems like half of the league. I guess one, do you think he should have retired? And then two, what you think you guys are going to do to address the quarterback situation?
I mean, of course, I'm going to say I don't think he should. I want him to get one more year, but I mean, when you spend that much time in the league and you won so many championships, it comes a point in time where like you're going to just step away. I mean, because if he didn't step away this year, it was going to be the same thing next year. If he didn't do it next year, it was going to be the same thing. Like you just got to make that decision and just step away. Unfortunately, I wish he gave us one more year, but I mean, I feel without Tom, it's really going to be tough because like he literally like held that team together, made the right plays, and that was our downfall before him. Like, Jameis forcing balls, turnovers. Without a good quarterback, you can't really do nothing. And I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. I don't think Kyle Trask is ready, honestly. But I had this scenario though. I was like, if Aaron leaves Green Bay, what are the chances that he comes down to Tampa Bay? But I know it's kind of slim to none. But I mean, I don't know, man. We really need a decent quarterback at least, because without that, it's going to be the same thing as years past.
Man, if y'all are able to get Aaron Rodgers after Tom Brady chose to come to Tampa Bay, y'all are the luckiest organization in sports. Like literally two of the top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Just say, you know what? We going to Tampa. I understood though why Tom came because, like I said, like the defense was pretty much already in place, and then, but they didn't perform 100% up to their capability. But part of that is 30 for 30 Jameis, 30 picks. They always on the field, getting tired, getting sluggish, things of that nature. But it's still a really good roster. I don't know. We'll get into it a little bit more about like cap space and stuff like that, but as far as like ready-made rosters, still one of the better ones. So I guess we'll see how it plays out. And I guess speaking of free agents, y'all got a decent amount. Some of the biggest ones: Chris Godwin, JPP, Ryan Jensen, and Dominican Sue, Playoff Lenny, Gronk, Rojo, OJ Howard, William Golson, Gio Bernard, Carlton Davis, Alex Kappa, Jordan Whitehead. So actually, that's a lot. Hey, that's hitting heavy. So
15
which
mil.
ones do you? Yeah, I'm about to say, which ones would you like to see back the most?
That's tough. Of course, we need the offensive line, the defensive line. Godwin. I mean, it's man, it's just tough to name because of course, you need Godwin for that weapon. You need Sue on the line. You need your guards. You need Kappa. Like, I mean, and I think Gronk's gonna retire too since Brady retired, so he's probably out of the question. And then we're gonna need OJ Howard to fill that spot with Brady. So, I mean, if I wouldn't know what to do if I was in that position. I had to make those decisions because those are literally key pieces in every single slot. Like, I mean, it's gonna be tough.
Facts. And like last year, everybody y'all in running back mode, and then of course you had Tom. So people's like, I'll take a little bit less. I'll restructure. I don't know if people are gonna be as nice this offseason with no Tom, and like you said, who knows who's gonna be the quarterback. So y'all got about $18 million in cap. That's before you cap casualties and all those other aspects. But so realistically, that's kind of hey, look, you're not the Saints and 70 million over the cap, but you're also not the Miami Dolphins and like 70 mil to play with. So we kind of touched on the quarterback situation, but I've seen reports that Jameis may return, or there may be another target with Jameis. The whole Jimmy G trade rumors are swirling around. They're hot and heavy right now, along with a few others. So would you prefer Jameis Winston or Jimmy G?
I honestly would prefer Jameis because, like, I feel okay. He was with the Saints. He watched. He learned. I feel like he's not gonna. He's older. He's mature. He's not gonna make those same mistakes as forcing the ball. He's gonna like take his time. Give what take what the defense gives him. I don't think we're gonna see that same old Jameis. But for me, I would prefer Jameis. I mean, Jimmy G, he'll get it done, but like when it comes to like crunch time, he don't really have it. Like that game against Durant, like he don't really have it. Like I prefer Jameis, honestly.
I agree with that too. Jameis was playing pretty well this year before he got injured. I think the Saints were like 5-2, and he wasn't really turning. Yeah, he wasn't really turning the ball over like that, and that's always been his main problem. Because I think the 30 for 30 year, he led the league in passing, 30 touchdowns. So the arm talent and capability most certainly there. And then with Jimmy G, Jimmy G is Jimmy G, and I don't know how much y'all offense fits Jimmy G. Like if y'all continue to be like when Bruce Arians kind of like to air it out, air raid, bombs away type deal. But maybe Brady kind of adjusted it and tweaked it a little bit with a little dink and dunk here and there, get some play action, get the running game going, stuff like that. Some other available targets. You guys might be in the need for a running back. There's a few out there. Melvin Gordon, Marlon Mack, just to name a couple. And then wide receiver might be a big thing too. So, Juju. There's a bunch of big names out there, but I don't know if you can really afford them. Like a Devontae Adams, and then also you got like Allen Robinson and a few others like that. Is there anybody else free agency wise that you would like to see in Tampa next year?
Not really that I can name off the top of my head. I got to get the money situation together first. They got to structure some type of deals because I mean they really wouldn't be able to do too much because don't have enough to play with, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I feel that. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. So when it comes to your team, we kind of touched on quarterback, obviously. What are some of the other areas team needs that you think you guys need to address it, whether in free agency or the draft?
The secondary, honestly, because like every other aspect of the game, even with a decent quarterback, it's always the secondary giving up big plays, like not being able to shut them down on third down, like those conversions, like staying on the field too long, allowing them to pick up momentum, keep drives going. Like the secondary needs work. That's always been the big issue besides James, that secondary, because like if we had a decent enough secondary where we shut people down and they average maybe, let's say about 15, 20 points a game, we'll be all right. But they giving up the big plays, giving up points, blown assignments, blown coverages, like just not being mentally there. It doesn't work. Like we need to address the secondary.
Thanks. And is that more so an issue at the corner spot, or you think the safeties are just a combination of the two?
I think sometimes it's really a combination of the two because one game the corners might play good, the safeties might play terrible, the safeties might play good, the corners might play terrible. We just need like to bring people in where it's that competition where they know like if they mess up, they're getting pulled, like, and they have to perform well, like, because honestly, I feel like for one, they get hurt too easily. Then we have backups that don't really have any experience doing anything. It's like they need a depth in the secondary. That's what we need.
Oh yeah, I agree with that for sure. And you speak about the big plays, and that's essentially how your season ended with a blown assignment. We're gonna go 1-on-1 with Cooper Kupp, which wasn't too smart, I believe. And Antoine Winfield got toasted, man. It's just we're gonna call it what it is. He wasn't chucking the deuces that time. But secondary for sure. Quarterback, running back's probably gonna be an issue. Unless you guys retain like Fournette and Gio and Rojo. I think you could probably bring Rojo back relatively cheap just because this year he didn't really play, so he's still really fresh to be completely honest. Wide receiver, this is a super deep wide receiver draft where you probably can get a really good one second or third round, which there's usually a few sleepers anyway. You spoke on the secondary. Defensive line with a lot of those guys either getting older or gone. We talked Golson, JPP, Ndamukong Suh. I know you guys drafted a guy last year, number 9. How was he?
I mean, when he got in, he made plays. Like like he kind of started the season off slow, but the season went on, he gradually got better and started making big plays. Like he's gonna be a force to reckon with in the future. Like he's gonna be that type of player.
He's a stand-up 3-4 rusher, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So looked at like Mel Kiper and some of the experts. They had you guys getting DeMarvin Leal, defensive end out of Texas A&M. Some other guys, Cam Thomas, defensive end out of, I think that's San Diego State. Javon Walker, Georgia. We know they had the best defense in the nation last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then Washington has 2 corners with first round grades early. So I guess from this perspective, would you rather have another defensive end to go kind of opposite of your boy, or is this just still, like you said, cornerbacks secondary first?
Me personally, I would still go cornerback secondary because, like, of course, like the defensive line with the backups coming in wouldn't be an issue. Like, but that secondary, I mean, you can have a okay defensive end on the other side, but you can't have an okay corner, like, because if you have just an okay corner, it's gonna mess up the whole game for you. So I would still go the secondary route.
Absolutely, man. I rocks with that for sure. Yeah. So yeah, this is kind of, I ain't gonna say unfamiliar territory because I guess Tampa Bay hasn't like consistently been a Green Bay or Pittsburgh as far as it goes. But what's your confidence that you think the GM and the front office is gonna make the right moves to make you guys or get you guys closer back to another Super Bowl?
I'm pretty confident based on the fact they know what it takes and what we need to win. So they're do everything in their power to get the right pieces back together for us to win again. Because of course, it feels great to win a Super Bowl. It feels great to be in the playoffs, to be right there, almost back to the Super Bowl again. So I feel as if they're going to make the right decisions. And if they don't, then I'm gonna still be watching. But I ain't gonna be too happy.
Hey, yeah, because the division's wide open this year, man. The Saints don't have their quarterback situation set up yet with a new coach, although he's been there. The Panthers, as long as you got Sam Darnold, you're not going to be good at all. And then the Falcons are going to be the Falcons. So the division's wide open for the taking. I do know you guys play my division, the AFC North, next year. So good luck with that. But how do you, I guess, 2 questions. The first one would be, what do you think is a realistic but perfect off season for you guys? What moves do you think you guys will make?
A realistic off season for me, handling the quarterback situation first and foremost, getting that situated with a quarterback that will be able to lead us and make the plays. And then secondly, getting the secondary secure, whether it be in the draft or free agency or what have it. That would be a realistic offseason for me, because if we don't take care of that, because just like before the trade deadline came, no moves were made for the secondary. I was like, okay, what are you guys doing? If that's the same thing going in the offseason, we're in trouble.
Facts. And I just thought about a few other quarterbacks that might be on the move. Got a Derek Carr and a Kirk Cousins. Would you value one of those guys more than a Jimmy G or Jameis?
I mean, I value him more than Jimmy G, but I feel, I don't know, maybe, but I don't know, man. It's like Jameis familiar territory, and I feel as if the turnover bug that he had, I think that is past, especially with how he was playing with New Orleans. So I feel like Jameis would be a better option than all those other people, but I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know, but I still feel strong with James, honestly.
I feel that. Let's see, man. Yeah, I'm personally, because the Browns, we're kind of in a quarterback situation as well. But I guess ours is a little bit different. I say that because you guys need a quarterback, period. And for us, I feel like we shouldn't I feel like if we make a quarterback move, we need like a definite upgrade. It's not like he's kind of the same quarterback. So I kind of been borderline on like a Kirk Cousins or Derek Carr. Although I like Derek Carr just because it's like late game mentality. He has a lot of comeback wins and stuff like that. So I'm kind of higher on him than a Kirk Cousins. But like regular season numbers, Kirk Cousins is really good. Like I think he had maybe like 33-7 this year. And part of that though, he does run that similar Shanahan offense, a lot of run-in, play action boots, all that, which really isn't, what you guys want to do. You kind of want to air it out. So once again, Jameis knows the offense. He's a little more patient. I think he can be really good, man. So what do you think you guys do in 2022? One, do you win the division? And two, over under on how many wins?
If we got a decent quarterback, I feel we have a strong chance of winning the division. I mean, Atlanta, not really worried about them. Carolina, they're iffy. The Saints, I mean, you gotta worry about the Saints, man, honestly. As far as the record, let me see. Probably maybe give or take 2 less wins than this year, depending on quarterback play.
Okay, y'all went with 13-4. Yeah, 13-4. So 11-6. I see that. I can see 11 wins. Jimmy G could get you 11. If y'all run the right offense, Jimmy G could get you 11. He wins. I don't know how. What'd you say?
Not gonna switch the offense up though, because with the weapons that we have, that the offense that we got is perfect, But I don't know, man. We just need some good changes.
Facts, and I think a lot of things are probably contingent upon each other. Like Godwin, whether or not he comes back, it's probably depends on who's your quarterback, and then that kind of depends on who's really available. Do you want to trade for somebody? Do you just want to try to draft somebody? Because there's some quarterbacks that's supposed to go like later or like early second round, but I don't really trust them guys, to be completely honest. This isn't really a good quarterback draft at all. So it's gonna be tough, man. I think you guys can do it because like the bones of the team is good. Linebacking core is one of the best in the league. Secondary's got room for improvement, but like if they play consistently well,
it's not the worst, but it ain't the best either. But
it ain't the best either. But it's doable. Then, like I said, offensive line, like I said, probably the most important thing. You bring those guys back, probably a top 5 offensive line, 2 tight ends. And then, like I said, you can find a running back, man. Second, third round, you for sure can find a running back. Super Bowl is this Sunday, man. Rams versus the Bengals. Who you got winning?
I'm going with the Bengals, man.
Really? Why?
Joe and Chase, man. I mean, I want them to win. Like, I think it's gonna be a good matchup. I see people saying the Bengals don't stand a chance, but I don't know, man. That's a tough team. Mixing running the ball. Joe's throwing the ball. Defense is playing well. Those ends crashing down. Causing havoc. I mean, it's gonna be a pretty good game, man. I'm going with the Bengals, man.
You ain't picking the Bengals because the Rams beat you, right?
Nah.
For sure. I think it's gonna be a really good game too, man. The Bengals are kind of just feisty. Like even when you think you got them, the 9 sacks versus Tennessee, Joe Burrow keeps coming. But Aaron Donald and Von Miller, that's a different breed there. But I think we'll probably see a good game for sure.
Yeah,
most definitely, man. So, man, it's been a pretty good one, man. So we said next year, 11 wins, division crown. Oh, do you think you guys gonna compete for the championship though?
It's contingent on quarterback play, man. Like I said, we got a good quarterback. I believe so. And if the secondary holds up, I mean, if they don't allow a team to score as many points, then yes, I say yes. Strong chance, yes, but it depends on the secondary and the quarterback play.
There's definitely some beef with you in that secondary, man. Like, hey, like, because I know I know. So you guys got what? Dean, Buntling, and Carlton Davis.
Carlton Davis.
Who's the number one corner?
I think it's Carlton.
Thank Carlton. Oh, okay. So your best corner is a free agent. Okay, that's not good. It's gonna be tough, man. But this actually is probably a better corner draft than it's been in a while. Like I said, Washington got a couple guys, Sauce Gardner, but he's probably going like top 15. So I doubt if he slides. So it's a pretty good corner draft. Stingley, obviously, they got him going top 5 from LSU. So I guess we'll see it, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. It's your boy Zeke, Fatboy Season. You can catch me on Instagram, Fatboy Season. You can catch me on Twitter, Fatboy Season Inc. You can catch me on TikTok, Fatboy Season 1. I say this every episode, man. I'm fighting cases every day, dog. They try to ban me, they try to block me, they taking my stuff down. It's all right, though. I won one case. I'm waiting for the other like 3 or 4 pending. So hey man, we beating cases out here, dog. But you got to, man. Let the people know where they can find you at, man.
I mean, you can find me on Instagram at Quentin70. You can find me on TikTok at BigGriff92. It's BIGGRIFF92. And yeah, man. I mean, I'm still fighting one case. They banned me, my video. The sound's not there. I won one, got the sound back, but I don't know, man. I guess they want nobody to succeed, man.
Hey man, they don't want to see us succeed, man. My boy got the dad joke every day, dog. What day you on now?
Every day. Tomorrow will be day 10 because I do 4 a week because I'm off on Wednesday, so it's day 10.
Okay, we got day 10. We got day 10 coming up, man. Make sure you follow my boy. Make sure you at TikTok on Twitter and tell them to stop banning videos because the stuff that we're seeing that they keep on there is 1,000 times worse. I promise you that, man.
I run across it all the time.
All the time, dog, man. But this has been another episode, man. 1, 2, 3 CABO, dog. It's your boy Z. We're here with Big Griff, man. We out.